So, I just made a video about the Candelabrador bug situation, and it was pointed out that the person that originally said that was Never Nathaniel in a recent guide, and that gives it a lot more credibility, so now I want to check it and test it. And of course the game also updates constantly, so it could be the case that it was a bug and it got removed, or it's still a bug, but the significance or the result is a lot different than what I was told. Because the comments mentioned to me that it would pretty much make Candelabrador useless, as if you don't have it. However, if this is a bug, then this would be a serious consideration. So, I will do multiple tests. I will just play Clarity again. And in this case, I will use a weapon that actually gains an area benefit, like the cross. So let's do that. And here we have cross again. And in the first test, I will max out cross. And then I will get Candelabrador. I bumped up Candelabrador to a very, very high value this time. Just that we can see in the end the final value. So there we go, cross level 8. And now we can see this is currently the size of the cross. Now I'm just gonna look for Candelabrador. And there we have it. And as you can see right now, my area is at 210%. That's because Candelabrador gives 200% this time. Okay, maybe 200% was a bit too much, but honestly, this is the optimal situation, right? So we expect the next one is smaller. And Candelabrador. And there we have the max size. Okay, this is a bit hard to see, but I would say, if I just pause the game, it's pretty much screen wide, right? Like, it's actually a bit bigger than screen wide, I would say. That is a huge sized cross. So let's test it again, but this time I will take Candelabrador first, and then I will get the cross and max it out. Okay, I have cross again. So the way it was explained is, it depends on the area increase the weapon gets on its own. The order of when that happens. Now normally this should not be a problem, and let me explain. You have the Awake Arcana that gives you bonus health, and you have the Hollow Heart that also gives you bonus health. It doesn't matter in which order you get them, since both are percentages. However, it is known that there are certain weapon and character differences in how the stats are applied. So let's take a look. I will look for... We can actually still go for cross again, but now I will not take it anymore as long as it gives an area increase. So this one I will not take, and I will look for Candelabrador. And there we have it. Now I only have to max it out. Okay, now the expectation is when this is maxed out that it should be smaller than the screen size. I will do a comparison later on in the recording in the editing software. I'm actually curious to see what happens now, since this bug is, or since the description of this bug is actually a lot more complicated, and this one I could see where it's coming from. Now, just personally speaking, I still don't see, even if this is a thing, how this would do anything about the Reaper kill guide, given that all the weapons that you use are not affected by area, or they just get evolved, so they don't care about it either way. But let's check it out, okay? I'm actually curious to see this one. That looks actually really big already. Let's continue. Cross again. But this is the last area upgrade. I will still go to the max. And there we go. And now we have to wait for a bit. Okay, so honestly I would say this is exactly the same size. We are talking about 200% area bonus. If there was a big difference, a significant difference here, we should see an entirely different size. But let's just compare the recording.